Hey y'all, whether it's morning, evening, or afternoon, I'm just glad that you guys had decided to vibe with E. Yes, the one and only E. Hey y'all, hope y'all feeling amazing, doing amazing, or just being amazing overall. And if not, it's okay, it's alright, my friend, because you know why? Bad times don't last forever, because after every storm there is a rainbow. And you're getting closer and closer every day to that rainbow, that pot of gold, that light in the tunnel, whichever one you prefer, my friend. Trust me, you're going to get to those good days that you have been manifesting and praying for. But I most definitely want you guys to please appreciate the bad times as well, because the bad times have motivated us and grounded us to get to the good times that we have been manifesting and praying for. Okay, hey y'all, what's up, what's popping again? I don't know where to start. Like, it's just so much that's going on this week that I'm so excited to tell you guys about, impacting with our 26 newsletter, as well as it's the holiday time and we are in week 2 of December, which is such a blessing. And once again, excuse me, I really hope you guys are doing amazing. And if not, my friend, trust me, those bad times don't last forever. You're going to get through these times. I hope and pray that this week shows you and guides you and give you all the blessings and things that you have been wanting. If you didn't get it last week, the week before last, etc. Okay, and if you're new here, welcome. And for the ones that are not new to this but true to this, hey y'all, what's up, what's popping? If you're watching me on YouTube, I know y'all probably like something looks different. It does. I am using my big tripod instead of my little tripod that I use on my desk. I have the big stand-up tripod, and y'all know I got this last Christmas. If you're OG, y'all know I got this last Christmas and I barely used it. I probably used it on a few episodes. I probably used it on one when I showed the little setup behind the scenes of how I set it up, the tripod. But now I really only use it for like big guest appearances. But now I need to use it anyway because this is more helpful and for me to clear some stuff off my desk, because it's already bad enough that, you know, I got the laptop, I got my iPad, I got the microphone and everything else on here. So I'm like, why not give me some space? And this is the best thing that my dad could ever buy for me, that I also invested in buying the shotgun microphone too, to help to pick up everything around me and the microphone, things like that. We got the nice little camera. So yeah, y'all, I've been investing a lot in some things to help me because it's needed to give y'all good vibes, a very good vibe, but also so y'all can see me, because if y'all can't see me, then I don't know what to tell y'all. And I don't want to say I don't know what to tell y'all. I'm going to hate that, because I don't want y'all to be like, I cannot see you, I can't understand you, but things of that nature. But yeah, cheers to week 2, y'all. And like I mentioned, we are on the 26th newsletter, and I'm so super excited about that. I think we're going to reach to 30 newsletters before the new year ends out. And like, I'll say this to you guys, if Vibing Out with Guests do not hit 30 appearances before the new year ends, it's okay, it's all right, because I just realized that, you know, I'm just blessed and grateful for the amount of guest appearances that I have so far, and it's not easy, and it was not an easy role. And I just want to say thank you to all the supporters that like, comment, subscribe, as well as the guest that comes on to Vibing Out with Guests, which Vibing Out with Guests now is a season, and I made it into season 2 instead of the bonus series, because I noticed too for myself when it was time for me to upload the bonus series so y'all can get the link to quickly click on it, it was hard as hell to find it. So I was like, why not just make it a season 2? And the crazy thing was, y'all, when I was at work with the kids and they was on their lunch break, as I do lunch duty with them, I was like, you know what, my engineer had sent me the audio for the last guest appearance, 27th guest appearance. Shout out to Sky for his amazing dope appearance. I was like, you know what, let me turn these Vibing Out with Guests episodes into a season, because it was a series, but like, you know, it wasn't a series, it was like bonus clips. I'm like, let me turn it into a season, because this is a part of Vibing with E, and it's very popular as well, and it comes out every other Friday or once, whatever, it come out on a Friday period. So I was like, why not turn it into a season? And that's what I did, y'all. So we do have season 1. Season 1 is all about vibing with E, with everything impacting educational and wellness, as well as wellness one-on-one lessons. And then season 2 is all dedicated to Vibed Out with Guests. And from the guests from all the way from February up until now, every episode is added onto season 2. So if you have not done so, please check it out, and I cannot wait for you guys to listen to all of them if you missed some, as well as listen to the ones that are coming up. So yeah, y'all, I think I'm gonna scratch the goal of reaching to 30 appearances, because I'm just grateful and blessed to be able to reach the amount of guests that I have by me starting the series in February and being able to hit, I'm going to give y'all a little hint, As of today, we have 28 guest appearances. So that means we would have been 2 episodes away / sessions away from hitting 30. But you know what, it's okay, it's all right, because this session that I'm going to tell y'all about, who's a part of this, they made me realize, we always sometimes depend on the next goal, like with what we want to do next, instead of enjoying what we have made it to. So I'm going to say that I am very grateful for the amount of guests that I have right now as of this week, as of Wednesday, December, what's today, y'all? Shoot, I forget the days. I'm sorry. As of December 10th, 2025, I am grateful that I have 28 guest appearances, because it was not easy to reach this, and I never thought that this appearance would go so far, and a lot of people will come on here as they did, or many times as they did, once or twice, whatever. I'm just really appreciative. I'm so grateful, and I thank you guys as well for motivating me, as well as motivating me to reach to 133 episodes on vibing with E, because that's not easy either. It's not easy to be consistent within these things, especially if you don't have people in your corner, or just seeing how much of an impact are you putting on to people. So I'm very thankful. I'm blessed about that, and I cannot wait to see what happens next for me. So I thank you all so very much, and we're going to keep on rolling as much as possible over here, because I know you guys look forward to this, and if you're not able to watch it as soon as the episodes drops, I just still appreciate y'all listening, watching, and sending me y'all feedback on how this have impacted y'all and things of that nature. So yes, I'm so thankful, and I thank you all so very much. As I mentioned, we are on the 26 newsletter, and December theme is Rest, Renew, and Realign. Soft Endings, Gentle Beginnings, Part 2. And as the year continues to close, remember, every ending does not have to be hard. Some endings are soft, tender, and full of renewing. You are getting closer to your breakthrough every single day, my friend. Okay, so we are stepping into week 2, as we are now as of December, and our theme stays tall and firm. And the month of December, our theme for the month, remain strong, rest, renew, and realign. December invites us to slow down, breathe deeper, and reflect on what this year has taught us. It's the month of soft ending, new clarity, and gentle preparing for the year ahead. This week we will be leading into softness, not pressure. This week, choose one thing. This week's challenge, I want y'all to choose one thing. Y'all, I'm sorry, y'all. My eyeballs are low-key killing me because I put these lashes on, and I'm trying these new lash maps and stuff like that, because I'm like, let me try something new for myself. And they're a little bit irritating my eyes, as well as the bright lights that's in my eyeballs as well. But beauty is pain, like they say. Just gotta roll with the punches one day at a time. So this week's challenge, y'all. So as you heard, this topic, this vibe of the day, will be impacting with softening, as well as leaning into our soft era. And the reason why I want to do leaning into our soft era, because as the year comes to an end, slowly but surely, we are in December, and this is where, holiday time is in the peak of things. Love is a big thing. We got to give love. We're giving love on Christmas Day, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Kwanzaa, all those things, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, New Year's. We need to give love. We need to lean into a soft love, and we need to tap into our soft boy, soft girl, soft whatever era. And I feel like today's vibe is very important for us to step into that. So this week's challenge, I want y'all to choose one thing that you are ready to release before the year ends. And it's going back to like the things that we did last week, I want to say within the around Thanksgiving era, and that type of thing. But this week, I want you guys to release one thing before the year ends. So I would say this, as far as I've been creating every newsletter, I think every challenge of the week will be for y'all to release something, but it's going to be a different type of way. So such as for this one, it's kind of similar to the last one, but I'm trying to get a little bit different for you to tap into your soft area in your life. So I want y'all to choose one thing, get ready to release before the end of the year, such as an old habit, a heavy explanation, a past disagreement, a past disappointment, negative self-talk, or a pressure you have carried alone. I want you guys to write it down, say it out loud, whatever, or probably do all of them to release what you don't want to no longer serve you as we step into 2026. Write it down, acknowledge it, release it with grace, because soft endings create space for peaceful beginnings. Okay, so let's get into it. Like I said, we have 28 guest appearances as well. Vibing out with guests is the reminder that every story, every journey, and every voice brings a lesson worth sharing. Vibing out with guests continues to grow, and today's guest lineup is a powerful, inspiring, and rooted in brotherhood, with guests who are not new to this, but they're most definitely true to this. They are the first set of guys that I have officially made the series of group sessions, like, cause when Vibing Out with Guests is mainly one-on-ones, but they were the first ones to officially have it a little bit broader onto me creating Vibing Out with the guests, Vibing Out with group, but as a guest. I did do a group appearance when I started Vibing Out with Guests in the beginning. I think I want to say it was episode 4 or 5. Shout out to my friends from college who have helped me with that. We had talked about how it is as a social worker, what we look forward to, and hopefully we can get them guys back on there to see how things have been for them within their career as we graduated with our BSWs. And if not, I probably just get them by themselves, or however the case may be. But y'all know I'm going to figure out a way. If there's a will, there's a way. So I'm going to figure out how I can get them guys back on there so they can talk about their story. But I thought of that too. I was like, okay, I did this with them, so now let me just make it permanent, because people do be like, okay, I want to do this, but I want to make sure, I want to ask, can I bring my homeboy, can I bring my homegirl, can I bring my girlfriend, can I bring my boyfriend, whatever. So I'm like, okay, cool. So now let me do that, so it won't be so much of them having to fill out individual calendars and stuff. So yeah, like I said, y'all, it's not easy in this content world, but I'm learning every day something new. So this week we're vibing with returning guests Damo, Mari, and Ty. If you're new here, I want you guys to listen or watch their Vibing Out with guest appearances alone, because each one of them has their own. And it started off with Damo, Mari, and Ty. They all did theirs. Ty has been on here now as of 3 times. Mari has been on here 4 times, and Damo has been on here 3 times. Because I also did the first mini little guest little session appearance with Amari and Damo when they did men's mental health, and I did one with Ty impacting his spiritual growth that we did about content creating, and now he did it with the rest of the guys. So that was pretty cool. And the blessing of it is that we all know each other, and we all met each other through each other, and we just have been skyrocket from there. So shout out to the guys. So these 3 men building a legacy, purpose, and unity through their personal brand and impact. So this episode is all about the power of purpose, collaboration, and collaborating, mindset, and community. Their transparency, humor, and wisdom created a conversation full of real instincts, motivation, and views. The topics we covered was personal brands and purpose, how each of them discovered what they were called to do, impacting and to help others, using their platform to uplift, encourage, and lead, brotherhood and collaboration, why partnership is solitary matters more than ever, and entrepreneurship and mindset, building a brand with discipline, disclaimers, as well as to being authentic. So I cannot wait for you guys to tune into this one, because this one was super dope, and it was very encouraging for all the fellas out there. But not only the guys, also the girls within certain things too, within learning about friendship, collaboration, the importance of helping others, etc. So this was very important for everyone. We feel as though it was very important for everyone to know, as well as to sit back and to say, okay, I like this. So yeah, so tune in guys for this. It's super dope. I just can't, it was blended with so many laughs, lessons, real life jewels, growth, teamwork, and purpose. And I cannot wait for 2026 for you guys to see all the amazing things that they have to offer, that we'll also collaborate on some projects together. So I cannot wait for you guys to see that. And the quote of the week is, not every ending needs needs closure, some just needs peace. And please don't forget, y'all, follow the podcast page on vibing.with.e on Instagram and use the hashtag vibingwithe to share your soft endings and reflections this week. Until the next vibe, host of Vibing with E LLC, trademark owner of Vibing with E. So now that helps us taps into the very big reason on why y'all all here, why y'all all listening. So, Vibing with E, weekly vibe check, where meaningful conversations meet growth and real life connections. Week of December 10th, 2025, and it's a Wednesday drop. So, we're on new episode. We have 133 episodes. In this episode, I gave y'all a little teaser, is about soft ending, how to close your year with love and not pressure. So, this week's vibe is all about permitting yourself to close your year softly without guilt, burnout, or pressure to do more. We're unpacking how to honor your progress, accept what this year taught you, and walk into the next season plus the year with a heart full of clarity and not exhaustion. In this episode, we will cover why the end of the year shouldn't feel like a race but gentle landing, how to release unexpected without beating yourself up, the difference between intentional reflections, and unexpected pressure, how to celebrate your growth, even the parts no one else saw, and what it means to step into a new year with softness, grounding, and purpose, impacting yourself. That is a lot. I know that's a lot, but it's needed and it's worth it, and y'all got this. Okay? So this conversation is a reminder you're allowed to slow down, you are allowed to rest, and you're allowed to close the year with love, not perfection. You are allowed to close the year off with love and not perfection, because it's no such thing as perfection. It's how you make everything. But I want you guys to understand that you got this. Keep going. Don't let nothing or anyone defeat you, because you know what's needed for you. And when it comes to this era in our life, when it comes to soft love, soft touch, all those things of that nature, we want to be more in tune to our inner self and that soft part of our life, instead of being so hardcore and being so uptight and things like that. Give love. It's Christmas time, it's holiday time. Give love, receive it, take it in, but also be open to listen to others as well as listen to yourself. Make sure you're prioritizing it, everything that's needed for you to do, because you know what's best for you, and you know all those things that is needed for you to explore, as well as enter that soft purpose and part of your life within your physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, and financial stability. Okay, now I want you guys to think about it. Like, what are you going to let go? What is the soft ending on how to close your year with love and not pressure for you? So I'm gonna give y'all a few minutes because I'm a little harsh, and then we're gonna jump right into it. If you're watching on YouTube and y'all see this big bottle of water in my hand, I promise y'all I did not devour it in one day in setting. No, it took me like a couple days, because I was still drinking my sparkling fruit water and things like that. So chill. But I hope you guys had a little time to think and reflect. Okay, this soft ending, how can I close the year with love and not pressure, and being so bottled up in my feelings and not being able to let things go that don't serve me a purpose no more? How can I give love to myself that I'm also need to give out to others that care for me and love me the way that I love myself, but also me loving them for who they are and things of that nature? Okay, so if you're new here, I break down every vibe of the day within a definition, the 5 W's, the quote of the week / the quote of the day, as well as thank you for tapping in little insights and things of that nature. My notes are, some of them are from research. Most of my notes are research, my input, and then after that, and after I say everything, I just elaborate on it more. I've been doing this for a year now, because that was very, very helpful. At first, y'all, I used to manually write down everything I felt, in my big black journal. If you're a real OG, you remember that big black journal I told y'all about. I still have it. I don't write in it as much no more, because I was like, okay, technology is a big thing, and then everything I have going on now is mainly online. So I make sure I have the file saved and things like that. My notes on my Apple iCloud is full to a lot of things, and but I try to write them down as much as possible on a piece of paper too, to be like, okay, this is the theme, this was the vibe, things of that nature, who was here on Vibing Out with Gas, and then how many episodes it's going to be within this month, etc., the wellness lessons, all that. But yes, y'all. So without further ado, I want you guys to sit back, relax, and enjoy hearing my voice. Whether on the go or on the move, I just want you guys to sit back, relax, and enjoy. Turn me up on your speakers, your PCs, your phones, your tablets, your car radios, however way you listen to me, because as always, every vibe of the day, every Vibing Out with Guests session, and every wellness one-on-one lesson is something special, okay? But today is vibe of the day, and yeah, glad to add that in there, because every episode, the thing I do is special, regardless of what I do and how I do it. It's special. It's special, and the people that come on there are super dope, and they're special, and they're very creative in their own way, and I thank them so much for taking the time out of their day and stuff like that to just sit and vibe with me. But I'm basically vibing out with them. So let's get into it. As y'all can see too on YouTube, I'm trying to fix the camera because I feel like it just tilts sometimes, and that scares me because the tripod I think I gotta cut that piece off, but I don't think I could probably cut it off. It's like a little, if y'all got the old orange tripod, you know what I'm talking about, from Walmart, but I'm gonna figure out a way. There's a will, there's a way how to take something down, okay? So let's get into it. So I'm gonna introduce to you guys the vibe of the day again, and we're gonna jump right into it, okay? So the vibe of the day today is we're on episode 132. Well, not 32, sorry y'all, that was last week. We're on episode 133, and it's all about soft endings, how to close your year with love and not pressure. Okay, so let's get into it. Let me back up my camera. I think that's probably a better way for me to do it, to back it up and center it. Okay, we're good, because y'all know I try not to look at the camera as much, but it's like a little far, not in my face, sitting on my little desk tripod. It's so funny, handheld, but because this tripod, y'all, it can extend so big. Like, when y'all see Vibing Out with Guests 28th guest appearance, you'll see the difference with how the tripod is versus the big tripod versus the standing up and hold handheld tripod. Yeah, so let's get into it. So we're going to define our vibe of the day. Soft ending, how to close your year with love, not pressure. Well, first and foremost, like this, we have to define what it is, understand what it is, and hopefully understand why is this so important for us to do, how to do it, who's impacted with it, things of that nature. So what does a soft ending mean in the context of wellness and growth? Basically is, what does you want your soft ending to be? What does it mean for you to have a soft ending within a relationship, a person, within a relationship with a person, a group of people, with a job, with a career, whatever it is, and mainly within ourselves? Like, how can we have a soft ending, and what is the meaning of the context of it, of the wellness and growth? Well, a soft ending is the practice of closing out your year with gentleness, compassion, and intentions rather than stress, urge, or unrealistic experiences. It's about releasing the idea that you have to finish strong instead of embracing the idea that you deserve to finish smoothly, calmly, and with grace. A soft ending invites you to breathe, reflect, and honor your journey without comparing it to what you thought it should be. It teaches you to release the pressure of performance and step into the peace of presence. It teaches you to release the purpose of pressure. It helps you to understand that, to step into peace of purpose. I'm gonna read the last one again because I added some more words in there off the dome. So it teaches you to release the pressure of performance and step into peace of pressure. That one sentence alone will help you understand why does a soft ending means, and what does a soft ending mean in context of the well-being and growth. Well, it teaches you to release the pressure of performance and step into peace of presence. So for me, a soft ending is basically helping me practice these things that is needed and necessary for me, such as also to me being able to finish out the year smoothly, relaxing, and embracing everything that has happened. Because I can tell you this, by me being a student in the grad school, as well as teaching students, well, helping students with their mental health and academic on track with their academics, as well as me being a human, having a podcast, things like that, it is not easy. It's very stressful. This is where the anxiety, the stress, the urges, the unrealistic expectations comes in. And the new year sometimes always scares me because I always try to make sure that I ended off right. Like, I try to make sure I ended off on a decency and try my best to do what's needed for me, because everything that I've named is something I love. Like, going to school is something I love. Education has always been a big thing for me since I was a kid. At first, like, I did not like school. School was not for me at first. Like, my dad can tell y'all whenever we do that episode, I did not like school. I liked it to school, but I didn't like schoolwork. I didn't understand the purpose of homework when I was little. But now with etiquette, with discipline, etiquette, elevating with elegance and things of that nature, I fell in love with education. And education teaches me so much, and it helps me broaden my horizon on things. Like, that's my love right there. That's a soft ending of love and things like that for me. However, it is hard when you are young and you have your own stuff going on, such as, running a business, trying to be the best social worker that you could be, because I finally understood my purpose now. My passion now is a purpose that I'm being a social worker that I never had. And I'm doing that for students that probably never even had a social worker or never had someone in their corner to just sit and talk to them. So when it comes to things that has exhausted me and stuff like that, I just released that. I released all the things now, all the triggers and everything that I felt like holding me hostage. I had to let it go, because it teaches me everything that I've learned and stuff within everything that I do is teaching me to release the pressure of performance and step into the peace of presence. And one thing about it, I'm very big on peace. Peace is one thing that I love, and peace is something that I will talk about to death do us part. My students, they know I talk about peace all the time. They tell me all the time, you talk like you want to be Martin Luther King, and does all these speeches, I got a dream. But in fact, if I'm giving that, I know for a fact you're going to listen to it, because everybody knows that speech, and if you don't know, you need to go read it. So you need to go read it, you listen to it, whatever the case may be. But nevertheless, I just realized that for me, with me being able to have a soft ending within this year to come, and I hope it impacts with you too, is that y'all have to practice of closing out your year with gentleness, compassion, and intentions. You gotta, rather than having to stress yourself out, having them urges, you get them urges where it's like, it's so, like, I gotta do it, and it's so much, it's urgent, like it needs to be done right away. And I was the same type of person too within certain things in my life. Like, I have to get it done and have no remorse to it. But in order for me to love on myself and love the things that I do, I have to do things on a softly ended base, so that I could be able to close things off, as well as prepare to close the year off with love, and not having to feel like I'm pressuring myself within everything I'm doing. So I'm going to say this to y'all. Please be able to understand that soft ending, preparing you for like how to love rather than to pressure yourself, how to close out the year with love and not pressure. You have to take away things that don't serve you no more, as well as people, as well as giving yourself the benefit of the doubt to understand that love is very strong. Love is a very strong word. It is. I guarantee you, it's very strong. Love, hate. I say the strongest words for me in my book is love, hate, promise, and I think it was sorry. I think I always told my students when I had elementary and middle school girls, I would like love, hate, and promise were 3 words that I did not like. It's another one, y'all. Trust. There it is. 4. It's 4 words that they're very strong. Trust, promise, love, and hate. And love is a very big thing. And love is something that we all go on. Love is not just a word. It's actions. Like, it's a noun, it's a verb. We have to be very careful on how we throw that word out, but we also need to be careful on how we're showing up for ourselves. Are we loving on ourselves? Are we appreciating ourselves? Like going back to, we're always filling up others cup, but are we filling into are we filling into ours? Like, yeah, I'm filling into yours, but am I really pouring into myself? Am I really giving myself the self-love that I need? Am I really caring for myself overall? Am I really appreciating who I am? So in terms of the definition of what does a soft ending mean in the context of wellness and growth is being able to let things go smoothly, but also gravitating to be honestly comfortable with how it goes. It's about releasing the idea that you have to finish strong, and instead of embracing the idea you deserve to finish smoothly, calmly, and with grace. Like, you want to finish out strong, but we also need to understand that as we're in the peak of ending the year off, we also have to feel the embrace and encouraging ourselves to understand that we're going to finish this softly, calmly, and with grace, because a soft ending invites us to breathe again. We have to be able to understand that, yes, we're in the process of a soft ending and we're about to go into a new beginning. Like, this chapter in the book is now coming to an end, but now we have to prepare for this new book with new chapters in it to give to the world. But mainly for us, because this is our tour, we have to be able to understand that we have to embrace these ideas, because once we do it with a soft ending, we're showing love to ourselves, we're appreciating ourselves, as well as being able to have a smooth ending and to open up a smooth beginning for us to love ourselves deeper, as to always give ourselves a little bit more appreciation on what we love, or reframing us back to why we love the things that we're doing and who we're doing it for, but also overall loving on ourselves and taking care of ourselves as much as possible. Because a soft ending at times can be hard, but it's like, at the end of the day, soft, you want things to go soft without being so rough. It may be rough situation, but the turnout should be soft. Like, just ending things off on a soft, smooth note. I'm real big on not making things harder than what it is, as well as ending things off on a bad note and rough, because right now this may not be it for my chapter in my life. We may not be each other. We may not be there for each other in this chapter of our life, but we want to make sure we move out smoothly, and that I wish nothing the best and still give you the gratitude that you need and the love from a distance without pressuring you to head that way. So that is all impacts with the definition of what does a soft ending mean in the context of the wellness and growth aspect. Okay, now let's get deep into the nitty gritty, y'all. Oh, it's so excited. Let's get into it. So, who is impacted? Who is impacted by this? Hold on, guys. My iPad about to fall off the thing. So who is impacted? Who benefits the most from choosing soft endings over pressured endings? First and foremost, anyone and everyone is impacted by this. We are all impacted by this in some type of shape or form in our life. We are all impacted, and I'm going to let you know. I'm going to tell you this right now. If you're going through something in your life, it's overbearing, it's hurting you, it's constantly giving you, like, it's making you feel that. Sorry, y'all, I had to fix my chair because I have my seat thing in there and it's pulling my hair, and it's bad enough that I gotta take my braids out soon, but it's pulling on my hair more, and I don't want nothing to keep pulling on it, so I had to take it out the chair. But this is impacted with anyone and everyone that's going through something in their life that they want to, I don't want to say get rid of, but want to let go gracefully and see what doesn't serve a purpose no more for them, but also to get back into things that they have loved, as well as finding new things to love. So who is impacted? Who benefits the most from choosing soft ending over pressure? And this is where the love come in with impacting. Having a soft ending, it helps impact with so much love and energy that's needed for us. So anyone who feels overwhelmed by end of the year expectations, students, professors, parents, creators, entrepreneurs, and anyone carrying emotional or mental frustration. People who measure their worth by productivity or feel like they didn't do enough this year are especially impacted. Soft endings help those who often push through exhaustion. Remember that rest, reflection, and grace are just as valuable as accomplishments. Well, a little funny joke, y'all. Well, funny little story. Excuse me, y'all. I got a little parched. Funny scenario with me. Going back to, I feel like I did so much this year, and I really didn't give myself the presence of very much of, how do I want to say it? Giving myself the applause that's needed. I've been on the go so much. I really didn't sit back and see, I didn't softly as much gave into myself like I gave into all the things that are going on around me. I know y'all probably like, what does that mean exactly? Well, I'm going to tell you what it means exactly. I really didn't appreciate, I did appreciate it, but I didn't appreciate it enough. Meaning I didn't honor it as much as I should have. And one thing that I like about when I do these episodes for y'all is not only am I teaching y'all and helping y'all, but it's also me telling my point of view and things, because I've been through these situations and I'm going through these chapters in my life right along with y'all. We can go through the same, like it be the same topic, but the evidence and the experience can be so different. Like some of y'all might have felt this way within, the end of the year expectations of you're carrying so many emotions and mental frustration. I carried, I would say last year, so many mental and emotional frustrations because preparing for me to graduate, preparing for me to go to grad school, preparing for me to mentally be able to, how do I want to say it? Be able to handle everything on my plate from one episode stopping. Because in May, when one part of, I call them like certain stuff in my life episodes is a series, but that episode is on pause in my life. Such as when I had the flu in February of this year, it crushed me. Like when you get sick and stuff, they say that's the time for you to sit down. Like when things like that get life happen, you have to sit down. That's your body telling you can't do no more. Stop forcing yourself. You're not loving and you're not giving yourself the soft ending love and touch that's needed. Well, guys, that was me. That was me. I didn't appreciate, what I had and what was going on. Like I really didn't care for myself. I didn't want to say care. I didn't take care of myself properly in the midst of me having the flu, because I'm a person that is so big on, if I'm on something and I'm on a mission for something and I'm handling something, I got deadlines, I got to make sure this is done. And like I said to y'all, this was February. Doing that theme was impacting Valentine's Day and Black History Month. It was so scary. It was so exhausting because it was scary because I was like, okay, I can't put myself on the camera. I don't want my people to see how I look because I look just so bad. But I forced myself. I didn't give myself the choice to have that soft ending in the moment. To be like, you know what? I'm always on the go and stuff like things like that. But this right now is teaching me that you can't do that. When you're sick, you need to take care of yourself. Have the chance to really take care of yourself. Give yourself that love, because once you're healed, it's a new beginning now. Like you're back to what you're doing, but it's a new beginning on how you're going to deal with it, how you're going to work with it. And that's what opened the light for me to start doing things like recording on Mondays and things of that nature, or start doing some content on Mondays, Wednesdays, Tuesdays. It was just so much, but it helped me understand to measure the worth that I have with it, having to understand that phase of me didn't doing enough this year. I feel like I did do enough. I feel like enough is enough. Like going back to that saying enough is enough. Even when you feel like you didn't do enough, as long as you did something. Because it's at times where we feel like we don't do nothing at all. But when we do, like when people say we don't have no story to tell, I wouldn't come on your podcast. I wouldn't know what to say. You have a lot to say and you don't know how much it will impact someone. So it's like, you have to be able, as well as be mindful on how can these things in your life help you in so many ways, and the soft impacted with that. From a student's perspective, I will say that it was so much pressure at times that you wouldn't even know if you are really mentally, physically, and emotionally ready for what's to come. And it would hurt me so bad because I'm like, okay, so I'm doing all this, I'm doing all that, and I don't know if it's really making any difference. I don't know if it's really making sense. I don't know if this is really going to impact me in the long run. Like it used to have me bothered. It used to have me battled up and bothered. But then I had to understand that it's people out here that's just like me, teachers, professors, creators, entrepreneurs, or anyone that's carrying any emotional or mental frustrations. They have to understand that we have to measure our worth by by how productive we have, or the feelings like we did not do enough this year are especially impacted because we did do enough. Even if you didn't hit that goal like me, like I said, I feel like I might not hit the goal of 30 appearances, but at least I had appearances, because it could have went bad to me not having appearances at all. And that's how it helped me to understand that as close as the year go by, I am loving what's going on instead of stop pressuring myself into hitting this goal, because the more and more I hit it, I feel like I'm not in love with what I'm doing. I feel like I'm not in love with my craft. And you guys may feel the same way too, because you do these things because it was a passion. You fell in love with it. It became a passion. Now it's a purpose. And you still can be in love with your passion, purpose, and everything like that. But you have to be mindful on how do you regulate everything? How do you maneuver this? How are you going to be able to impact everything you have going on while we're entering a new year? While you're entering a new year in your life, or a new chapter in your life, you gotta think of things that you know that make sense, and loving on it, and not feeling like you have to put so much pressure into it. Take it one day at a time. Slow and steady wins the race, because at times we feel like we have to get it done, and when we don't, and when we get it done, it's like we really didn't feel comfortable in it. We didn't feel no empathy and nothing in it, because that goes to show was no love in it. And everything I do and say, I find the love in it, and it's a soft ending for me. Like just anything in my life in general, like terminations and stuff, is the scariest thing to do as a social worker, because that means you and your client or your student, whatever, will not see each other again, and it's hard to just say goodbye. And those things, like, I love what I do, and I know for a fact that even if they don't apply what I have taught them right away, they're going to apply it some shape or form, because I'm doing something that I never had done for me before, and I'm probably doing something for them that they never had done before, or it was needed, whatever the case may be. I'm gonna just tell y'all this: when it comes to who is impacted, everyone's impacted, because who benefits most from choosing soft endings over pressure is everyone, regardless of what we're going through. And I want y'all to always have a passion for everything that you do, but love it in the process, and don't pressure yourself to get it over with, because the more and more we pressure ourselves, we're not going to fall in love with it. We're not going to have no interest to it, and it's just going to be like, oh, it's another project that I did with someone or something for the greater good, and don't really have no impact on it. It was like, okay, I'm pressuring myself to get it over, get it done, instead of saying, you know what, it may be hard as hell, and it might have gave me some hell, but damn, I'm still going to give it some appreciation, because it helped me in the long run, and I found love in it, because it teaches me to release pressure of performance and step into my peace within the present day. Even, sometimes we get projects and things that we don't want to do. It's like, why the hell I'm doing this, and why is this impacting me? But in the end, we learn that this is going to help us in the long run. It may not one point in time now, but it's helping us, and it's teaching us in some type of shape or form. That also impacts with what is the benefit? What are the key benefits of allowing you to close the year gently? Soft endings reduce burnout and emotional tensions, creating safe and soft spaces for clarity, gratitude, and renewing. They help you acknowledge your wins, big wins or small, without being hard on yourself about what didn't happen. This approach strengthens self-compassion, improves mental health, and helps you step into the new year grounded instead of drained. Soft endings remind you that peace is a form of being productive and proactive. So soft endings within impacting us within how to close your year with love and not pressure impacts with the benefit of allowing us to choose the year off how we want to. And I am very, very strong on informing, as well as hopefully helping others to understand that life is what you make it. So make sure it makes sense, but also make sure that it hits the nail on where you want things to go. And when it comes to the benefit of it, soft endings reduce us from having these burns out and these emotional episodes and tensions, that allows us to have these creative spaces for us to have clarity, grounding, and renewing, such as going back to helping us acknowledge our wins, big or small, without being hard on ourselves about what didn't happen. Like for me, like I said, okay, I'm still winning regardless, because I'm doing something that I love, regardless if I don't hit the number that I want to hit. It's going to happen eventually. It's not going to happen right now, but that doesn't mean that I have to stop what I'm doing. I'm going to still keep going. I'm going to still keep pushing forward, and I'm still going to do what has to be done with things that makes me understand that, you know what, I still have love for this, and this is helping me have a soft ending to prepare me for the new year, that now that I'm able to come in the new year a little bit stronger, as well as start new projects stronger and harder. But not really harder, I don't want to say like harder, but making me stand tall and firm through it all, and having this harder persona for myself to enjoy having safety for it, but also having this place of being able to release things without having my guard up so much, but also being soft, and making sure the soft ending is there. So, this impacts with everyone. Like, we have to understand that this approach is strengthens us with this self-compassion. We have to have self-compassion for ourselves. This way the self-love, everything impacting self come in. If we don't impact self-love with that self-compassion, with us being able to have a soft ending for the new year to come in, on how to close out your year with love and not pressure, without worrying ourselves, we're going to be doomed. So my friend, right now, when it comes to you showing self-love to yourself, as well as preparing on to enter the new year, or enter how to close the year with love and not pressure, I want you to appreciate yourself, regardless if it's big or small. I want you to take a deep breath first and think about how this year has been for you, regardless if it has been good, bad, ups and downs, whatever. I want you to take a moment to think about all the good things that happened in your life, regardless if they were small or big, because I feel like too, we always think of the negative stuff. We are so eager to give out all the negative, think about the negative stuff before we can think about positive things to ourselves. We're so quick, and we're quick on the money to think about things that did not serve us a purpose and it hurted us in some type of way, or our wrongdoing, rather than giving ourselves the praise within, like, the self-compassion. And that's why it's needed for us as we prepare for this as we prepare to close out this year with love and not pressure, to have a soft ending. Because if we keep on putting pressure on ourselves, is no way and there's no guarantee that we will have a soft ending ever in our life, or have a soft part in our life ever, because we keep having these emotions of, oh, I don't know what to say, because I really don't know what I accomplished, or I accomplished these things, but nobody was there to give me my applause. So let me say this to you. At times, when it comes to self-compassion, self-love and stuff, it's all about self. It's not that everybody else needs to be involved. Yes, it's good to hear others, applauding you and cheering you on, but at times we have to appreciate ourselves. We have to love on ourselves before we can love on to anybody else. We have to do what's necessary for us before we can go out there and defend and conquer the world, or whatever population or whatever we're doing to serve. We have to make sure that we have to have soft endings in our life too. Even when things got rough and the road got tough, we still need to find the soft ending within it, because if not, we are going to be a ticking time bomb, and we're going to blow up in flames if we don't give ourselves the compassion, as well as giving ourselves things that are needed for us to understand that, I did do a lot of things in my life this year that may not have been so televised. Like, we didn't put it on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok. I didn't, podcast it or broadcast it a lot. But I did do things that I am happy to say that I did. And I want you guys to think about that, so you can lead into a soft ending in the new year, because you want to make sure that everything that we do, you want to start off on a clean slate. It's not going to be perfect, but make sure it's clean. It's impossible for it to be squeaky clean, but make sure it's clean. Like, make sure you are in the process, like, okay, I am ready to conquer this part of my life. I'm ready to take over this, I'm taking over, whatever it is. But make sure you are doing it for you and not for anyone else, because this year is all about you. This is all about you, how you can relax, how you can regain, and how can you rely on everything that's going on in your life. Because when it comes to the soft endings within how to close your year with love and not pressure, you have to think of things that makes you feel soft, but also be softer within. They say, oh, babies make you so soft and things like that, and that's true, because babies will have you come out on your soft side. But you also have to think too, what has helped you so much to understand that it was rough, but it also toughened me up to understand that it's going to happen. But it softened me too to understand that, I'm not ashamed of it, I'm not afraid, and I'm glad it happened. Maybe if it was good or bad, it taught me so much. But I would like to say too, like, certain things in our life and certain times we've been through, it doesn't make you a punk. Some of those things were meant to happen, and it made us soft, because that's what was needed for us in our life. Some of us cannot be hardcore. I cannot be hardcore no more in certain situations. Like with children, you will not see me be hardcore with them unless they go hardcore with me in a little squabble we have. But you know what? I'm still love them to, till then. But I realized too in my life that sometimes we all put pressure on ourselves when we expect so much more of ourselves, instead of just appreciating how far we've come and how much, gratitude, appreciation. We don't really give that to ourselves. And that's why soft endings are very important within how can we end the year off within giving love to ourselves and not having so much pressure built in. And in order for us to do that, we have to be able to let go of things that doesn't serve a purpose to us, but also be able to replace all the negativity with positivity. Really, don't even think about it. When someone asks you, like, tell me something good about yourself, you should be on the money, because we're always on the money about the negative stuff in our life, but we're never on the money about the good things, and the good things impact with the softest things in our life. We just have to really sit there and reflect on how can we do it, and you can practice it anywhere, anytime, and I'm gonna tell you how, because I want you to understand that this appreciation, like this approach in our life, is appreciation that I want you to understand, that to strengthen the self-compassion, to help you improve your mental health. Once you give love to yourself, you love on yourself, and you're doing what's needed for yourself, you are improving so much in your mental health you don't know. And it's making you be able to say, you know what, when a man or a woman or they, them, whoever come up to me and ask me something about myself, about what I love or something like that, I'm able to say it and stand tall and firm on it, rather than I'm not standing tall and firm and being a little bit questioned or weird on what it is and being negative. We have to train ourselves to stop being negative and turn into positivity, not just when season changes in our life, but in general. I had to teach myself that too. Like, you cannot always be negative. Sometimes I used to be negative in things where it's like, you know what, I was fighting fire with fire back, basically. Like, if you being negative to me, I'm going to be negative back. And that was very not good, because that's pressure. I have so much love to give, but all that love went out the window when disrespect came into play. I was like, nope, you pressuring me, so I'm going to have to pressure you back. But that's not how I want things to go off in my life, and I don't want it to go off in your life. So within this year in our life, with this new time zone in our life, and things like that, we have to be able to find our soft area in our life. Soft boy, soft girl era, whatever. Find that era in your life, because it's needed and it's necessary. And you know how things can help you, and you know what softens and brightens your horizon. And it's okay to be cool, calm, and collect, because at times it's needed. Sometimes if we enter the new year rough and rah-rah, we want to end it off on a smooth, soft, clear note with love and not pressure, because we need more love in this world. And even in our world, we need more love. I don't want no more pressure. I don't want to be pressured. I don't want to be around people that I gotta feel like I gotta look over my shoulder and feel like, okay, this ain't looking right. I don't feel the love no more. Be surrounded by people that you know is there for you and that's genuine and care for you. But also, too, love on yourself and appreciate yourself, so you can end the year out smoothly to enter the year smoothly. But even not within the years, just in your life in general, be able to be grateful for the things that are happening. Appreciate yourself. Celebrate them big wins with someone or without someone, but most definitely celebrate them small wins, because no one knows how hard it was for you to get to that point in your life, as well as for you to get to where you are now. So celebrate them and don't take them for granted. Keep going. I'm here for you. Like I tell you all the time, I'm here for you. Keep going, keep pushing, because no one knows how hard it was for you to do the things that you're doing, and no one knows how hard it is for you to get into this chapter of your life where all you want is peace. You're in your soft boy era. You're in your soft girl era. You're just in soft period. You don't want no pressure. You're not about the pressure. You're not eager for that pressure. You're just eager for things that is going to make sense and not going to have you feeling like it don't make sense, because if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. Okay? So I want y'all to be able to understand and embrace that you matter. And in this time of your life where you are really empathizing and sympathizing on you wanting better for yourself, do it. Because as we enter the new year, we want to start off clean, soft, and so mellow, filled with love and so much appreciation, rather than pressure, so much anger and rage and lady of rage and everything like that. Let's start off smoothly. Take it day by day. Going back to our newsletter, the weekly challenge. Take away things that don't serve purpose to you, things that used to hurt you, haunt you, things that used to not bring you peace and it brought you pressure. We want to remove those things so you can bring softness into your life, as well as be surrounded by people that have the same energy with softness as well. And when should you practice soft endings? When is the best time to slow down and release end of the year pressure? As soon as the tension comes in, as soon as you feel them urges, get those urges of when things are not going in the way that you feel needs to be done, as well as you're not feeling soft, you're not feeling really jolly, you're not feeling all the good character traits, all the negative traits are coming in, do it right away. Some people have to take a reality check even around when the holidays time start. I know for me, I have to, because it's hard. Holidays sometimes for people is very hard. It's very emotional. It's a lot. It's a lot that goes on with holidays, or not even just in the holidays. In general, in our lives, we go through things that we need to sometimes have a reality check with ourselves to understand that are we are we really fit for this? Like, am I mentally prepared for what's to come? And as you get older, my friend, you are entitled to feel the way you feel within the things that go on in your life. Okay? Don't let nobody try to tell you you should not feel this way. You have the right to be soft in so many things and so many life in your area, in areas of your life. But you don't want to have so much pressure build up, because pressure builds pipes, and you don't want them pipes to keep building up and building up, and they're not going to get any soft. They're not going to get any thinner if you don't become soft and let some things in your life go. So when things really starts to build up on you, the best time to practice slowing down and releasing it is when you notice the tension is coming right then and there. When you feel the urge and the tension of I am over it, I feel so out of place, I feel uncomfortable, like this is not it, like my attention span is over, like I'm getting tension from left to right and it's not serving you a purpose, my friend, get it done right now. As well as the having not like the capacity, like it's having so much capacity in our life that we don't know how to do it. As well as self-judgment arrives. When you're judging yourself so much, you're not loving on yourself. You're just criticizing everything that you're doing. You're not giving yourself appreciation. You're judging yourself for every little thing that you do because you feel as though you're not in the midst of everyone. You're not in the midst of doing what everyone is doing. You're not doing things that your peers are doing, and it's where you're judging yourself because you're not in that world. You're judging yourself on, oh my gosh, what do I have to, why am I here, like I don't love myself and all these things. My friend, I want you to stop all the negative talk. That's where the judgment come in. When you self-judgment, like every time, oh my gosh, I look fat, oh my gosh, I'm too thin, oh my gosh, I got a big head. Love who you are and appreciate that, because sometimes the things that we're frustrated over, people are dying or paying money to have. Like me, having an egg kid is one thing I hated as a child, because like, you would click the nicknames, things like that. But now I embrace having this egg kid, because this egg kid is full of knowledge, things like that. And some people want a fat head. Some people got little heads. They don't want this head. So I think what's that, your body, your physical appearance, but also not even physical, the things that you have within you, your gifts. So I want you to understand that. I want you to prepare yourself journey, the soft ending for the year, to love on yourself, but also love what you have, because the tension arises when you have tension that doesn't really serve a purpose, but then pressure that needs to be able to be dealt with soon, that comes with the self-judgment arising. We need to end that, because soft ending should begin where your body starts asking for rest or your mind starts replaying should have statements. That soft ending should begin when your body starts asking for rest or your mind starts replaying should have statements. This is practice, especially impacting during the last few weeks of the year when society pushes hustle and urge, but you may need softness the most. Don't wait till burnout to arrive for you to prevent slowing down every day, or slowing down earlier every day. My favorite word, one of my favorite words I don't like is burnout. Burnout will creep up on you in a heartbeat. Burnout will beat you up before you can really beat it up. And the way for you to deal with burnout is to do things that you love in the process of things that may be giving you so much pressure. Like for me, doing all these things, going to school, working, podcasting, things of that nature, it can burn you out. It can burn the average person out just like that. It's something got to give. I'll say this, when I was working and doing everything, something had to give. I had to diss myself from a job. I had to leave a job, put a 2 weeks notice in for a job. I didn't want to, but I had to, because like I had to do what's necessary for me, because I don't want to experience burnout. I want to have a soft ending with everything. I want to be in my soft girl area. I'm in my area of healing. So something has to go. I am so dedicated, so deep into this. I'm not going to let that go. I'm not going to let that fold. But I am going to make sure that I'm not going to wait until things really jump off and blow up in my life for me to be like, okay, now I gotta take a break. Now everybody gotta leave me alone. I have to do these soft girl, soft boy energy things. Like I have to do something for me to be soft. No, implement soft, loving things in your life Now, up until the new year it comes into play, please prioritize loving on yourself, but also please prioritizing doing things that is necessary for your life. When burnout comes, we don't really know how to treat it because we didn't never know what to do before it came to play. Self-care is very important because it impacts with the mental of it, and we need to practice this right away because this is a practice for us to the importance during the last few weeks of the year when society pushes hustle and urges, but you may need softness the most. Like, we are always on that tip edge, hustle and flow type stuff, hustlers ambition, things like that. Sometimes even the real hustlers need some time to have some softness needed. Sometimes we need some soft endings. Sometimes we need to enter our soft area of our life. That doesn't mean we still ain't no hustler. I'm still hustle, you still gonna be a hustler, baby, but you need to give yourself some appreciation. You need to find the softness in this, and then I feel like at times certain things we think about, we picture it a certain way, like with us for women, superwoman outfit, period. Some of us don't, our superwoman theme is not that. It's different. As well as for hustlers, for men and women, everyone's is different. It's not the same because we make it our own type of way, but we also add the softness in there and let everybody know, everything. It may sound crazy, it may sound pressuring and stuff, but it comes with a soft ending. It comes with a happy ending. It comes with a very amazing happy ending that's worth the while and is very needed for us within our soft boy, soft girl era. It doesn't make us less of a person because softness, it doesn't make you less of a person. Sometimes it helps you to nourish you, to help you come back to life, as well as to help you feel good about yourself, as well as what are you doing. Because the more and more we take for granted on when should we practice soft ending, the more and more the tension is going to take in before it's time for us to even say, let's practice soft ending, because it's going to be hard for you to do it. But I'm going to say this, it's never too late for you to do it. You just got to put yourself up. You just have to put the metal to the pedal and be able to put yourself out there to be like, look, okay, I got this. I think I can do this. I think I'm able to mentally, physically prepare you to do this. But do it right away and don't do it when it's burnout and crunch time. No, do it exactly when you feel like, I'm tired of this tension going on. I'm tired of feeling like this. I'm tired of having these emotions. That's where you need your research or tap out or look out to people that are entering soft areas and then teaching you how to be in your soft area. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just all about what you make it and how you make it, but also how you handle these things in the process. Okay? As well as too, where does this matters the most? Where should you apply where should we apply this to, of the softness of ending in our lives, of ending in your life? Well, in your goals, routines and rotations in life, relationships and self-talk. Soft endings matters at work, in school, and in your personal and emotional world. They are especially important in places where you tend to push yourself harder, your performance, responsibility, or healing journey. When you're soft in the pressure in these areas, you make space for peace, acceptance, and emotional closure. Now, let's talk about the relationships. I feel like relationships are supposed to make you soft. If you have a person, if you have partner or partners in your life that makes you feel comfortable, that's where the softness is supposed to come in. I feel as though personally within a relationship with the spouse or multiple spouse, whatever floats your boat, as well as within friendships. Excuse me, y'all. Friendships is one that stood out to me because, like, you're my people, you're my person. Like, it's like Grey's Anatomy. Like, what do you say? You're my person. You're my person. I'm your person type thing. Like, that was some people might have thought it was corny, but I was like, that's deep, because when I'm around this person or these group of people, I feel soft. I feel heard. I feel accepted. I feel like these are my people. I feel like this is what helps me to be soft, and it helps me to enter or end things that don't serve me a purpose onto the foot that needs to be served around these people in a soft manner and very needed well-being type of atmosphere, things of that nature. When you're around people that don't have no soft girl era, soft boy life, nothing soft, you let them go. As well as if a job don't have no type of, first of all, some jobs are not going to have that, but if it don't have you to make some room around to be like soften you up, to prepare you, you need to let it go. As well as too, when it comes to self-talk within ourselves, we have to love ourselves. We have to love on ourselves so hard that the next man, woman, or group of people we let into our lives has to meet the same expectations that we have for ourselves. And if they do not have that, they need to go, because softness is something that we want. We don't want all that pressure, because pressure breaks build pipes. We want to break them pipes with softness, and we're going to do it before we close the year off, because we want to close it with love. We don't want to close it with pressure. We want to close with things that's necessary and what's needed to help us and to fuel our soul. As well as to, especially in the places where we tend to push ourselves harder, going back to the hustlers ambition type of lifestyle. Hustlers, we push ourselves into so many things, but we need to sometimes take a step back and think, is this even worth it? Because this is putting me in so many predicaments where it's like I'm putting myself in a place where it's tending me to perform harder and to have these harder responsibilities in my healing journey, that I need to find the softness in it. Like I said, we're gonna hustle, but we also need to have the softness in our life. We need to have a little bit of softness. We need to give ourselves a little bit of grace. And that's why it matters for us to have this concept of impacting and incorporating soft ending, or creating a soft ending in our life, because it's needed. Soft endings matter so much within at work, in school, and in your personal emotional life. Sometimes we gotta end things, but we want to end them off smoothly and not rough. That helps us enter into a new life of, okay, I entered so softly, now I can enter a new place in my life where I know for a fact that now that I have peace within it and I gave what needs to be done, I can do it with the same thing. People, places, things, whatever, but mainly for ourselves, we need to end those toxic traits, them very upsetting, them very not good for us traits, my friend, because if you didn't learn nothing today, I want you to learn that in order for you to end this year off with love and not pressure for a soft life ending, or whatever you want to call it, you have to love yourself first. You have to put yourself first. You have to break down all things that didn't serve a purpose to you no more, things that put pressure on you. Pressure builds pipes. You want to break them pipes with softness, handling things softly and not rough and rowdy. And that impacts with us loving ourselves and giving ourselves the same type of energy that we have gave to others on a very done well way, well-mannered way. Because when you do endings, all endings don't need to be rough. Most endings need to be a happy ending, even if things do not come to where both parties thought it was going to be. If it comes to an end or it starts a new beginning, the key to soft endings is to make sure you're ending things soft on a good and smooth note, rather than tense and pressure with ending it off on a not so good note, rowdy, and everybody got not so many nice words to say. So what I'm saying is, y'all, overall, as we are entering the new year, before we enter a new year, we have to do some releasing. We have to put some softness in it before we can think of ways to not put tension in it. Because we have to think of softness before we think of tension. We got to think different, brighter, but also be careful of how we're saying it and how we're doing it. Okay? And that impacts with also too. Lastly, why is it important? Why does ending the yearly softly lead to a stronger start in the new one? Because peace is productive, is proactive, it's needed. When you release guilt or unrealistic expectations and self-criticism, you enter the new year lighter and more aligned. Soft endings help you move forward with clarity instead of exhaustion, allowing you to begin the new chapter with the intent instead of regret. Ending softly teaches you that your worth is not tied to what you finish, it's how you feel as you finish. Kill it soft, like killing me softly. It hurts me, but it's killing me, in the softest way possible, not in the toughest way it may be. So a soft ending is going to help you move forward with clarity instead of feeling exhausted. Sometimes when we end things off, it's exhausted because we really didn't get the proper rest and things that's needed. But when we do it in a soft way, we get the proper rest that's needed. We get the proper things that's needed because we did it in a way that's needed for us to heal. Because peace is a priority. It's needed. It's protecting us and everything of that nature. And your peace that you need to protect, as well as regardless of who it is or what's going on in your life, end those things softly and not with aggression and things of that nature. Okay, my friend? And the quote of the day / the quote of the week: sometimes the most powerful way to end the year is with softness and not strength. Once said, unknown. And I thank you all for tapping in. I know it's kind of like a lot of things probably are going on through your mind, because I'm not going to lie to you. A lot of emotions are going through my mind when it comes to being able to prepare for a soft ending and how to close the year with love and not pressure. Sometimes we want to get that get back. Sometimes people need to get their get back. But then it's like, why would I want to get my get back to you and we about to close the year off? It's holiday time. I'm going to give love. I'm going to give it to you in a way that you may never seen before. But I'm also going to give myself the type of appreciation and love that have not been seen that I probably need in my life. So certain things and people don't serve me a purpose no more. And I got to lead with passion, and I got to walk away with grace. And as I end this year off with passion, I got to end it off with style and grace, because I'm in my soft era. I'm entering a soft era. That's why I'm ending things softly. I'm killing all the negativity out. I'm killing things that don't serve me a purpose no more, because I want to come in with love. I don't want to come in with pressure, because I don't want all this pressure to take it over me. I feel like love heals things, and love heals all wounds, as well as give good within the new year. So I want y'all to think of that. And also for yourself, you want more love than having all pressure. You don't want to be pressured in doing things you don't want to do, as well as having pressure within things within yourself, the self-doubt, the self-criticism, and things like that. No, as you close out this year, close out things softly with love and not with pressure. Do it right, not do it wrong. Okay? And I just want to say I thank y'all for tapping in. Soft endings aren't about giving up. They are about giving yourself grace. Take time this week to rest, reflect, and honor everything you have survived and achieved. Release the pressure to provide something you don't need to finish perfectly. You just need to finish in the present. Okay? So I hope you all have enjoyed this episode for the second week. Like I said, I know it might be a lot of intake, a lot of information, a lot of things that probably have you like, I didn't think of it this way, or dang, that's a lot of information that need to be unpacked, and how to change over the phrases of negative self-talk to positive self-talk, to ending things on a good note and smoothly, to rather than ending things off with meeting people where they are within pressure, because pressure builds pipes, and So as always, I wish you all nothing but the best. Please be safe out here. Please bundle up. Please take care of yourself. Do what's necessary for you. Love on others. Give love, but also give more love into yourself, because no one knows how hard it is for you to do the things you do, as well as for you to be you and to stand tall and do what you have to do. Okay? So give love, but also end things softly. Don't do it within pressure. And as we enter the new year, please think of entering in that soft girl, that soft boy era, because everybody needs it, and it helps you, and it brings out so much into you. Okay? I love you all so very much. Please, please, please listen to Vibing Out with Guests this Friday at 5:30 p.m. Eastern. Tell us how you feel. You can send the guests their reactions or anything, because they're pages will be underneath the description. And please continue to text and reach out to me about how you have felt about the podcast, previous episodes from my series, my season, as well as Vibing Out with Guest season. Okay? I love you all so very much, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.